Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving into the one and only Furina. In this guide, we'll break down everything you need to know about this stunning character, from her abilities, playstyle, and damage scaling, to the best team comps and strategies to maximize her potential. Let's get into it. Furina is a 5-star Hydro character, and like any other Archon, she has a unique kit that blends both support and damage-dealing abilities. Furina's true strength comes from her ability to balance damage and healing, making her a versatile pick in both offensive and defensive setups. So is Furina a support or a damage dealer? She's a bit of both. Furina has a hybrid role, acting as a sub-DPS support with healing and buff DMG. Now I will be explaining that in a moment. But before that, I would like to mention that her DMG comes from her elemental, not her bursts, like many people think. We need to remember that her DMG comes out from the elemental skill and not burst. Now let's talk about damage scaling. Furina's talents scale primarily with her HP, scaling off her HP and dealing substantial AoE hydro damage. This makes Furina a good candidate for builds that focus on boosting her HP stat to increase both her healing and her damage potential. It is important to state that her damage may not hit as hard as a full DPS character, but she provides great utility and decent damage with a proper build, which you are going to see today in this video. Now let's talk about talents. Furina has 3 key abilities that define her playstyle. Furina releases hydro energy in a short radius, dealing damage to enemies around her. But the real magic happens when you hold her skill. She can trigger a passive healing effect based on the HP of your party members. This makes her an excellent utility character, ensuring your team stays topped off during longer battles. Furina's burst summons a massive fountain of hydro energy, dealing AoE damage to enemies. This ability scales with her HP, making her a great choice for teams that need both damage and sustain. Furina's basic attacks aren't too shabby either. Her auto attacks deal hydro damage, which can be useful for triggering reactions if she's not actively on field. But typically, you'll be using her skill and burst as the main source of her damage and healing output. It is important to prioritize which one to upgrade the most. At number 1, we have the elemental skill. Since all her damage comes out from there, she would not only increase the damage but also her healing ability. At second, we have her bursts. Her burst is very useful due to her buff and damage, especially in characters with HP scaling damage such as Nouvelle. And the reason why you should upgrade her normal attacks is because she is an off-field DPS, unless you have CE6, which allows her to have Hydro Infusion, making her possibly DPS. As for artifacts and weapons, the key thing to remember is that Furina benefits most from anything that boosts her HP. Whether it's through HP percent stats, healing bonus, or artifact sets that enhance her Hydro damage, it's all about increasing her effectiveness in both healing and damage scaling. There is not other set that can come close to these. 4 pieces of Golden Troop is definitely by far the best, although other options could be Tenacity of the Millilith, and in some rare cases, Nouvelle's set. But if you want to take these seriously, you need Golden Troop. Golden Troop increases by 20% elemental skill damage, and increases 25% more with the elemental skill additionally when Furina is off-field. Crown crit DMG or crit rate, depending on what you have the most. Then it would be HP clock or energy recharge. My Furina is with energy recharge because mine already has a lot of HP. And for Goblet, it should be HP, not Hydro DMG bonus. Why am I saying this? Because I've seen difference between having a HP Golbet and Hydro DMG bonus Goblet. Unless you have the HP over 40,000 or something, that can be better. So the only reason for putting that is if you have her at C6 or C2 above 40,000 or 35,000 of HP. Okay, now for the weapon, we would try our best to get her signature weapon, since it has crit damage and his passive is just made for her. If not, then the top 3 most free-to-play weapon are going to be this ones. And if you have been playing for a while now, you may have this sword, which can also be good. For 5-star weapons, her signature weapon is much better. Furina is a versatile character when it comes to team compositions. Here are a few ideas for her best teams. When it comes to Furina's constellations, Her C1 unlocks an interesting mechanic where she boosts her healing output based on her HP, making her even more effective as a healer. At C6, she gets a huge power boost, enabling her to deal more damage and support her team even better in longer fights. But even at 0, she's still a solid choice for most teams. To sum it up, Furina is a hybrid character that shines in reaction-heavy teams. Her ability to heal, apply hydro, and deal decent damage makes her an excellent support character in a variety of team compositions. Whether you're looking for someone to enhance your vaporized setups, trigger electrocharge, or support your freeze comp, Furina has something to offer. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I'm just starting this channel, so if you want to see more content like this, please subscribe, and I will see you on the next video.